So today, there are a lot of small businesses who are trying to figure out how they can leverage artificial intelligence to stay ahead of the competition and not get left behind in this new era of AI automation technology. Today, I'm going to show you all how we assisted a property management company with handling calls and requests from tenants and landlords, and how this greatly improved their day to day operations. But first, a little bit about me and who I am. What's going on, everyone? My name is Al Bryant, and I am the founder of rapidshift.ai. We specialize in helping small to medium businesses implement an AI strategy that's going to help them accelerate the growth of their business by eliminating repetitive tasks and ultimately reducing costs as well as increasing revenue. If you're interested in how we can help you and your small business, please head to rapidshift.ai and book your free AI strategy call. But enough about Rapid Shift AI. Today, I wanted to specifically show you all an agent that we made for a property management company. So, this property management agent serves as the first point of contact for customers, whether they're calling in or whether they are visiting the website and they are chatting with the agent online. This agent can do four main things. It can assist with scheduling property showings. It can assist with listing properties. So, when you have a landlord or an owner that is inquiring about listing a property with your company as a PM company, then the agent can take those initial details and also file a property listing request. The third thing that the agent can do is when you have tenants who are already renting from you and they need to call and ask for a maintenance request because something in the property is not working properly, then the agent can take those details and do a little bit of work on the back end to make that much easier for your PM team to manage those maintenance requests. I'm going to show you all what this looks like on the back end for the PM team shortly. The fourth thing that this agent can do is answer general questions. So if someone is calling and they just want to know, what services do you offer to tenants? What services do you offer to landlords? The agent is going to be able to answer those questions based on the documentation and the knowledge that we've already fed into it. And that's going to be specific to this property management's policies. So now that we've covered the general overview of this property management agent and what it can do, I'm going to talk a little bit more about what it's doing in the back end and how the PM team interacts with it to save time. So let's use the example of a property showing that's being scheduled and the information that the agent was able to gather. So once the information is gathered from the caller or from the website visitor, it's going to file a request ID inside of the showing requests database. That's going to include, again, the name and the number of the caller, as well as the address that they want to visit that is listed with your PM company. They also would have shared the availability for when they can come out and view the property. And this way, on the PM side, we can come in and we can look and say, okay, this particular potential tenant, John Doe, is able to visit between 1 and 3 on Mondays or between 1 and 5 on Saturdays. So based on our schedule, we're able to automatically know, boom, I know Mondays work best. Let me go ahead and call back or text John Doe and let him know that we can do Monday at 2 p.m. And once we get that confirmed, we already just that quick have a showing that has been booked and confirmed. Now, this is so much simpler than what it could have been without the agent. The caller could have called at any hour, 24/7, without someone being there to answer the phone or without someone being live to chat with the website visitor. But we still gather the necessary information. We filed it, and now the PM side can do what they need to do to actually get the showing done and hopefully sign that tenant to an actual lease. We have very similar things that happen with the other tasks like listing a property or submitting a maintenance request. When it comes to listing a property, it's going to gather some of the same details, the caller's name, the phone number, and the address. And once it sends that to the back end, that goes into a listing database where we have different people that have called in because they want to list their property with our PM company. And here, the PM team can use this as a database to track those listing inquiries and be able to make sure nothing slips between the cracks because they have a centralized place where they are tracking these and they can keep the status of these, whether it's a net new request, whether it's pending action from the PM team, or whether we need to call back the caller and have more conversation with them to be able to service them. But it cut out a lot of noise. So again, this could have been any time of day, any time of night during the business hours, but no one was available to answer the phone. And the agent could have gathered the necessary information and the PM team can follow up at the earliest possible time that they have free. So this means no more missing calls. where you have customers that are calling and then you have to go back and listen through voicemails or filter through emails to find who is trying to actually list properties with your PM team. That way, all of this can be managed by the person who manages listings. They have a central place where they can go. And we have a very similar thing for maintenance requests, but the magic about maintenance requests is that the agent will automatically categorize these different requests, whether they are electrical, plumbing, HVAC, or general issues. What does that matter, right? This means that we could further extend this and we could automatically assign the company or the technician that we would typically have go out for that category of issue. For example, if it was an electrical issue, maybe there's an electrical company that we like to work with, or we have an electrician that is already on staff for the property management team. We can assign them automatically here back in Airtable. This is left blank right now, but for the purposes of understanding how this works, you can have the technician automatically assigned, and we can take it a step further and actually go ahead and reach out to that company or to that technician. And we went into some details about how it's able to do the other tasks, but it's also, remember, able to answer general questions. Now, the good news about these is the PM team may never see these calls. They may never see these website visitors. And that's a good thing because that means the caller or the visitor was able to get what they needed and it didn't take away time from the PM staff to answer common questions or answer policy type questions that was already present in the documentation that we had trained the agent on. And just for safe measures, right? We all have had that experience where we make a phone call to a company and we want to actually talk to a person. If the agent cannot do what the caller or the visitor is trying to do, it will either give them a number to call and speak with an actual person or have someone from the PM team call them back directly to get them the help that they need. So there is still a fallback option of being able to speak with an actual person who is part of the PM staff team. But all in all, the PM agent is going to greatly reduce the amount of calls that they have to take and make the availability of the team and make the servicing of these different requests move much faster, whether those requests come from tenants or landlords. So let's actually test out the agent. Let's see how it does.
Thanks for getting in touch with Real Property Management Wake County. I'm Austin, an AI agent ready to support you. If I can't help, I'll direct you to the appropriate resource. Are you contacting us to set up a tour, request maintenance, list a property, or inquire about our services?
Hi, Austin. I'm calling to actually list a property with you. I am a landlord and I have a property that I need someone to manage.
It seems like you are contacting to list a property. Let's begin by collecting some information. What is your name and a reliable contact number for you?
My name is Daniel Barnes, and I am able to be called at 919-565-4321.
What's the address for the property you want to list? Please provide the complete street address, city and zip code.
That's going to be 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, Washington, D.C.
Right. Now, could you please provide some details about the property? For example, things like the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, square footage, property type, single-family home, townhouse, condo, etc. Any special features or current condition of the property.
For sure. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath condo high-rise overlooking downtown with a nice balcony where you can see the city. It's about 2,500 square feet and has marble floors throughout.
Perfect. I've successfully submitted your property listing request. Your ticket has been created with request ID #11. You can expect a callback within 1-2 business days at the phone number you provided, 919-565-4321. Our property management team will review your 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in Washington, D.C. and follow up with you to discuss the next steps in the listing process. Is there anything else I can help you with today, Daniel?
No, that'll be all. Thank you, Austin. So just like that, now let's go actually to the back-end database that the PM team would be using, and let's see if we got the listing request. And boom, we have it. Daniel Barnes, my phone number, the address, and some of the property details. So hopefully with that general overview and demo, you're able to see how an agent can greatly assist a property management company in their day-to-day operations. I want you guys to think about how something like this could help you and your business as well regardless of what niche you're in. This is just an example for property management, and there is so much more that can be done and expanded on from here. If you're interested in talking about how you can leverage AI in your business, please head to rapidshift.ai and book your free AI strategy call. Until next time, I hope you found it helpful, and thank you for watching.